Okay, now come back forward, stay on your forearms, and let's come into a plank position with the feet against the wall. So I would say, stay with your feet touching, your heels probably will be touching too, and go up. Extend, lift your knees. Now, lift and walk yourself up. Hold that plank nice and long, and you can have your feet lower to make it harder. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop one knee, drop the other. And again, sit back. Okay, now we're gonna try and get a little closer, and we're gonna come into pike or half shoulder stand. So I want you to drop the head. So we want to find pretty much a good distance against the wall. Drop your head between your arms and squeeze your elbows by the sides of your head. But make sure that your shoulders stay active. So you kind of want to push with your arms, your head away. Then from here, I'm going to lift up and bring my feet against the wall. Now I'm going to push my head through my arms, drop my pelvis. I come into that plank, and then I'm going to look down towards the floor and walk your feet a little lower. Push the chest through. Then again, walk up. So find that kind of plank position. Look towards the wall. Drop your feet down. Whatever you like. Look towards the floor. So more of an L shape. Let's do 3 more. Walk up. Extend. Draw your back down. Look towards the wall. And then walk down. Legs are extended. Push your back against the back of the room while you look down towards the floor. 2 more. Come on, we're done. Walk down and push your butt back. Last one. Walk down and then keep walking all the way down while you're there. Drop your knees and just relax into a short stretch. Nice work, everybody. Good. Now clasp your hands. Lift one leg up. So I'm starting with my left. So try to keep now. As soon as I lift the leg, I want to go all my right side. So I'm gonna really try and stay straight. So dropping into that left arm. Now keep the knee flexed and lift up for 10, 9, flex your foot as well, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go ahead and extend that leg up against the wall. Touch your toes against that wall. Okay, we're going to lift the bottom leg. So lift and lower. Inhale, exhale, lift 2. And down. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And down. Now keep that position. I want you to open, so extend that leg, try to open it wide to the side, touch the ground to the side. Now take it back to where it was. So inhale, exhale, lift it up and around. Tap the foot, the wall. Inhale, exhale, up and around. Inhale, exhale, left, whoop, against that wall. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And up again. And release that leg back down to the ground. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms. And take a deep breath. Let's do the other side. So reset, clasp your hands. Now, I'm going to lift my right leg, so I'm really going to push into my right arm. This side is much easier. Okay, so flex the knee, flex the foot. Let's lift it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg, bring the foot on the wall, draw your belly button in towards the spine, lift that bottom leg, lower down. Go again, left, lower down. 3 more. Make sure you're not arching your back, especially when you lift the knee off. Last 1. And down. Okay, now allow the leg to open, touch the floor. Inhale, exhale, lift, touch the wall. Touch the floor, touch the wall. Last 3. 2. And 1. And bend the leg down. Feet hip distance apart. Go back into your heels again. Arms along, press your chest back. Or better, lie on your back. Bring your butt quite close to the wall. And then just go down all the way. Now both feet will be on the floor to begin with. And again, try to have the alignment between ankles and knees so we are in that tabletop position. And I want you to find your neutral spine. So if you're too close, just go ahead and step away. So pretty much hips in line with the knees, knees in line with the ankles. Okay, now from here, just start inhaling through the sides and back. Feel that expansion in your rib cage, and then as you exhale, allow the ribs to narrow down, slide it down towards the ribs, and imprint your pelvis onto the floor. Inhale back to neutral, and again. Exhale, ribs narrow down, lumbar touches the ground. Inhale back into that neutral. Let's try not to clench the butt, but to engage your obliques so that the ribs go down to the hips instead of the hips lifting towards the ribs. On the next one, we're going to start articulating into a bridge. So pressing lumbar, start squeezing your bottom, engage your glutes, and then slowly lift your spine up. Get to your highest point, try not to compress your neck, and then exhale slowly, take it down again. And massage your spine. Find your neutral again. Take a deep breath in. Now, if you feel like your feet needs to go higher, just adjust. That's okay. Just do whatever you need to make yourself comfortable. Exhale. Ribs to the hips, lumbar to the floor. Engage your glutes. Press your lumbar down. Start peeling off the floor, bone by bone by bone. When you're at your top, try not to push your ribs out, but keep your ribs down, so engage those obliques. Inhale again, exhale from the sternum, lower your spine down. Again, bone by bone by bone. Find your neutral. Last one. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Ribs to the hips. Lumbar touches. Lift your sacrum. Lower vertebra. Middle. Upper. We're going to stay up at the top. And I want you to lift your heels and lower the heels against that wall. Now try to really press under the big toe, so you want to feel your adductors working as well. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last 3 and 2. Last one, keep your heels up and lower your spine down. Don't touch your lumbar. Rise up again. And again, down. Feel the lower ribs in touch with the mat. Squeeze your butt and rise up again. Down. Four more. 3, 2, last one. And lower the heels down and melt your spine, bone by bone by bone. Find your neutral again. Bring your right leg against, so right heel on the opposite knee. And I want you to press with your right hand and open your knee. Now, if you feel you have more space, so your butt needs to stay on the ground. If you feel you have more space, just get closer to the floor, to the wall, and find that figure 4. But make sure that you keep dropping your butt down, so you want to feel a nice stretch in your glutes. Push with your hand and lower your ribs down. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take the leg down, add a foot, figure 4 again. So may be different, so just check, can we keep the butt down? Can we push the sacrum to the ground? And at the same time, with the left hand, open that left knee. And breathe, relax your neck and shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, good. Now go ahead and extend legs against that wall. Your feet could be down, so plantar flex, but I quite like to dorsiflex and hold the heels just against that wall. Keep the feet active anyway. And let's go back into that hip roll. So slowly We're gonna articulate the spine as we come up. Your feet will be touching. Go and extend, lift up as high as you can, and then you can soften slightly the knees as you lower your spine down. So again, inhale to prepare. Exhale, draw the belly button towards the spine, ribs to the hips. Start peeling off the floor. Soften the knees if you need to, and then fully extend and lift the butt up as high as you can. And then slowly soften the knees and melt your spine down as the toes come off the wall. Or as I said, you can keep them against the wall as you like. Last one. When we reach the highest point, we're going to stay. We're going to extend the right leg towards the stream. Flex the foot to lower the leg down. Point, flex, point, flex. Bring that foot against the wall again. Change leg. Bend, extend, and let's go. Flex the foot to lower the leg. Point and lift. Flex, lower, point, lift. Flex, lower, point, lift, and lower down against the wall. One more each. Extend, let's go. Down, lift, down, lift, down, up, and lower to the wall. Last one to the left. Bend and extend, lower, point, lower, point, lower, point, and release. Both feet to the ground, to the wall, and then slowly release the spine all the way down, down, down. Okay, walk with your feet